But I don't at this time, I guess.
What's up, people? Y'all know who that is over there. It's always me and Pop. We on here on this couch. Hey, man, y'all support the channel, man. You know, come get your shirt. We here to stand on this good old business.
Stand on business.
Whatever business you standing on, we can put on the
Put
back.
on the back.
Let's get into this conversation.
Come on now.
Support your friends for it, man.
Basically educate young boys in a way that really favors girls. From a very young age, we talk about being able to sit quietly and regulate your emotions and not be aggressive and not be impulsive. And these little boys are being diagnosed with ADHD, many of them just from being little boys. Little boys need to run around. They have a lot of physical energy. They have tons of testosterone. When you're like between 3 and 6, you have a surge of testosterone. And all you want to do is run and jump and play and be outside. What we're doing, we're putting them in school, we marginalize them, we label them, we say they have a problem, we say that they have ADHD and they have behavioral problems. And in many of them, the stress that I talked about is the stress of making little boys be more like little girls. And that's where it starts. And so then they go into childhood. And again, the educational system favors the way girls learn, not the way boys learn. How do boys learn? Boys have attention spans for very short periods of time, and then they need lots of physical activity. So ideally, if you go to look at the boys' schools, what do? They run the boys like running the dogs in the park. They sit for 45 minutes or half an hour, but then the boys get time off to run around. And then they'll sit another half an hour, and then they'll run around. I mean, they have like 4 recess periods a day. And so that's really better for boys.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Single motherhood.
Now, before we hop into this one right here, as we was just saying a while ago, that was one of the reasons why I moved Josiah. He got 3 recesses, right? So when I went to looking in it, you have to learn, boys learn completely different. And I love the fact that a woman is stating the obvious. So when you hear a lot of the young women today talking about, oh, we just outdoing men, you're only outdoing men because everything is catered to you. The young men that you still don't make more money, and you still ain't doing any of that. But like, as far as some of y'all talking about the college rates and things like that, well, that's because everything's catered to you. It's not because you're better. It's not because you're smarter.
Not because you earned it. Go ahead.
No, definitely no, because it was given to you. We sit there, and that lady just told you, we changed the whole educational system to benefit women. But now you got mainly women running them, and these are the main ones that's telling you something wrong with your son.
Hold on, say it
because
again.
You know why? Because she don't know nothing to do with all that testosterone. That's why when you look it up,
who running them? Who running them again?
Women.
Come on.
That's why if you look it up, boys got kicked out of school less when men were in the schools.
Come on.
And there was less kids on Ritalin and ACD. Go and look at the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and 80s. Go and look at the schools when there was more male principals, more male teachers in the schools. Young boys didn't get kicked out the same. They was not diagnosed the same. Now that we have all women, now we have all women, something else that we can prove. The kids are dumber. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So y'all took over, and all you did was cater everything to girls, and now everybody got an issue. Now they all need to be diagnosed with something. Now they all got some problem when we let y'all take over.
Because you sit around, and as we said a minute ago, and what you do is that you try to take at an early age. That's the thing. See, that indoctrination, it starts at an early age.
When you're a little boy.
Where they're trying to take the young boy and turn him into, and let's just be real,
a girl,
and turn him into a little girl. So then what do we get in society? That's when we get a whole lot, I ain't even gonna say the term, but I'm gonna say it like this. That's when we get a whole lot of guys that get older and they have an identity issue because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are as young men because you started them out training them how to actually be a little girl and to be a woman. You started doing it. So a lot of time, nowadays, you got kids that are hyper and running around and they having a good time.
The little boy he's supposed to be.
Come on now. That's exactly where I'm getting ready to go. So now you running around. Here's the thing I'm going to tell you. So now y'all talking about these little boys, right? And now you're talking about ADHD and that kind of thing. No. That's just something that the pharmaceutical companies came up with so that they can turn around to tap your pockets, to get your kids, to have them to calm down, so now you can turn around so they can make billions of dollars off your kids. So now they done also told you that there's something wrong with your little boy if he is a little boy. Now check out what I said. They done told you there's something wrong with your little boy if he is a little boy. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. And I say it all the time. And I say it about all my grandkids and everybody. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to tell you something right now. If he ain't getting into trouble, I got a problem.
Little boy,
I'm being real with you. If he ain't getting into trouble, I got an issue with that. If he don't have a break, Nathan, I got an issue with that. If he ain't running and jumping, I got an issue with that. If he don't fall and hurt himself, I got an issue with that. Because that means he's not being a little boy. Because those are all the things that little boys do. Because the little girls is the one that go sit down somewhere. Yeah, but that ain't what little boys do.
That's not us. That's not for us. It's never going to be.
And young men who are failing to launch, it is a corresponding graph. Because when there's a dad in a home, he's like, differentiation. You need to go. That's my wife. Get a job. And that's what dad does. If dad's not there, then the boy thinks, well, mom's always taking care of me. I'm signing up for a lifetime supply of mom taking care of me. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're seeing with a whole generation of young men. Why? Because if you have a husband, he's going to take some of your time and energy. If he's not there, where does all your time and energy go? To your son. And it's hard to see them as an adult because they've only been your little boy. I can show you statistically, I've done the data analysis, and I'm not picking on single moms here, but I want to note something because I love you. If you don't have a husband, you are almost guaranteed to enmesh with your child and overparent, especially if it's a son.
Now, how do those two things correlate?
He's standing on business.
So the pastor said it, the doctor lady said it. So everything that we clearly doing with young men, this is a current pastor, right? And he talking about the young men and young women, obviously, that he's seeing in his church.
That's right.
And the disconnect that they have.
That's right. That's right.
Well, he just sat there and said that if you look at the data, it shows that single motherhoods and a little boy's failure go neck and neck when you look at them on the graph.
Absolutely correct.
It's a steady slope down for both of them. As she a single mother, his failure rate goes.
Yes.
So as I say, and I'll keep saying it on any episode, we need to cut this idea that women can raise men. No, you can't.
No.
Okay?
No.
You know you're not. Okay. Right now, like I just said, what you're raising is some of the most lazy, pathetic, and violent criminals that we have. And every number say so. Every number say that like 80-some% of men in prison from a single mother household.
Single mother household.
Okay? Everything that goes and correlates with bad happening to kids is from a single mother household.
That's right. It is.
Right? But where these two videos tie in at for me is you see what we doing to boys from a little age, like you were saying a while ago. So now, even in that single mother household, she raising them the same way and doing the same thing the school system is doing. She teaching them to become a girl.
To be calm.
That's why they overly emotional now. Why you think they're so violent every time something happens? They explode with their emotions. They ain't never calm. They don't never think. They don't never use no logic. Look at a lot of these young cats. Pop, they just lose their cool. They just snap. Why are they snapping? Because they ain't never seen no man. They've only just seen her handle things. And then between the single mom and then you got the school, where you go to school and you get indoctrinated every day to be more like women. And then that's the thing that they don't tell these men. But then when you get older and you have to date these women don't like those traits.
No.
Women don't find those things attractive. So see, now you've been indoctrinated from your single mother household or the school system to become more like a girl and respond more and do all this emotional stuff they keep telling you, right? But then when you get older and you date women, the first thing she telling you is, you more feminine than me.
Because you sit around, right? Because you sit around as moms, and what you want to be, you want to be Miss Fix-It.
And you can't do that with boys. Let them run into the wall.
That's what I
He'll realize it's a damn wall.
That's what I get ready to go. You want to be Miss Fix-It. But see, when there's a daddy around, a daddy gonna teach his son and show him how to actually figure it out. Not to fix fix it for him, but show him and teach him how to actually figure it out. Because when you become older and as that man, as you grow up and become a man, that is a man trait because you in society are going to have to figure something out.
I agree.
Not somebody going to be able to take it and figure it out for you.
I agree.
You got to be able to figure it out. So that's one of the biggest differences that you're going to always get when you got a man around. And he just said, the pastor just said it. But you know what? Mama going to do what? She going to basically try and take it, and she want to try and fix it for him. But your own thing you're doing, once again, I'm going to throw it back to you. You taking a young man, and you trying to take him at a young age, and you trying to turn him into you. That's exactly what you're trying to do.
Hey, it's me and Pop. We over here on the couch. We over here on YouTube. Y'all come check us out. The ending was too good. I didn't need to say nothing else.